Hey, what's going on, guys? You know, when you see those kits online, you're surfing around on the internet and you're looking at those kits and you see these kits, something like this, and you're just thinking like, wow, damn, that kit looks so cool, but it doesn't look exactly like the kit that I got when I bought the same kit. And that's because there's this thing called resin conversion kits, or just full-on resin kits that exist out there. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, probably know all about this already. Some people maybe are like sort of familiar with the fact, and I've done a couple of videos on a couple of resin things, but really not all that much. But one of the biggest troubles that some people run up against when they're starting to get into resin is where to buy it, and that's one thing that I've been trying to find out for you guys, because last fall, if you remember, I started work on a resin dress-up kit for the Master Grade Sazabi Verka. That is still in the exact same state that you guys saw it last. I haven't worked on it since then, unfortunately, but I will be working more on that in the future. Anyway, that came from a new sponsor shop of a guy who was opening up a distribution shop in the US, so I was really excited to share that with you guys, because I know that for people living in the US, it would be a great source for you guys to shop at, but unfortunately, I don't know what happened with that. It kind of fell through, and since then I've been looking for another good shop to kind of work with to promote, to basically just let you guys know a good source to buy this stuff if you're in the market for it. And in the process, I came across this shop, Museigen Hobby. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know exactly the correct pronunciation for that, but it is an online store that sells full resin kits, resin dress-up kits, as well as some other supplies and things like that as well. They sell some MadWorks products, which are really nice. And while they don't have a really huge, amazing, like ridiculous amount of volume of different kinds of stuff that you can buy there, I think the stuff they do have does look pretty nice. The prices are very reasonable, and from my experience talking with Nick, the owner there, he's a really super nice guy. And while the shop is located in Malaysia, they do deal with customers all throughout the world, so if wherever you live in the world, you will be able to shop there. And Nick told me he's sent stuff to just kind of a bunch of different countries all over the world. So anyway, he was awesome enough to send me some stuff here, so I just want to share this stuff with you guys and let you know my initial thoughts. Some of this stuff is just two resin kits here, and then some other stuff which he just threw in there, so I'm not actually sure what all is in here, so let's check it out. Alrighty, so let's see what we got in here. So let's just take a look at this bag of goodies here on the top first, because this looks pretty cool. So as I said, they do carry MadWorks products, and that seems to be what at least some of this stuff is. First up in here, you can see, here's the card he sent me for the shop. Nick, there's the website. Anyway, that's all in the description down below. There's also an included piece of paper with basically is just some instructions saying to check your parts carefully, like when you get the kit, so in case you need any replacements or anything like that. And then here we have some super thin masking tape. This will be really cool if you're wanting to do like some lining on a kit or something like that. This is 1mm, 2mm, and 3mm thin masking tape rolls, so super thin. Yeah, this is a brand, Hundan Moxing. I'm not really sure what that brand is. We'll have to try this out here in the future. Maybe there'll be a chance to use this possibly on the Tristan. That would be cool. It looks like there's also 4mm and up to 5mm if you want there. That should be available. And then we have our MadWorks stuff. So as I said, I've got a set of MadWorks chisels, which I highly recommend you guys, chisels and scribers, which I should be able to show you guys some more about that, those in the future. But here we have some MadWorks carving guide tapes. This is basically for scribing. It's just going to be like very thick tape. It's 5mm wide. This one I'm sure comes in other widths as well, but it doesn't list them all on here. But you can see it's just a carving guided tape for doing your own panel lining, things like that. So I'll have to try this out now as well. Hopefully it works better than the tape that I've been using, which is kind of not that great. I'll have to see how this does compare to some other brands. And then we have some MadWorks sanding sponges here. These are 2mm thick, I guess, and there's 20 by 70 centimeters wide, and there's some different grits in here. Sorry, I can't talk. 320 grit, 400 grit, 600 grit, 800 grit, 1000 grit. So these are basically like the MadWorks equivalent of these guys from Godhand. So Godhand makes these little sanding sponges. This is the MadWorks version. I'll have to maybe do some sort of comparison video for those again in the future too. But everything I've heard about the Godhand ones, everyone loves them. So if these are, if they're anywhere near as good as that, they should be really great. So check those out as well. Now let's get into our kits here. One of them is a full kit and one of them is a conversion kit. Alright, so here's our first one here. This is from Utopia Cast, and this is the Plant TR5. So this is going to be a resin conversion for the 1/44 scale HGUC Plant Haru, which I recently brought back. I snapped up that kit ages ago, and I had it just in storage at my parents' place, and my last trip home to the US, I brought it back with me. And so I can use this conversion kit for that kit. I need to review that kit though first. But before we get right into that, let's just take a look at this other stuff that is included. So of course we have our parts list, which you do need to go over carefully. Check, make sure all the parts are included. I just go through with a pen and just put an X through all the parts once I check and make sure that they're there. Otherwise, I mean, once you cross out the parts, you really don't need this paper for anything. It might be good for a reference. So if you want, maybe make a copy of it or something before putting X's all over it. And then we have our instruction booklet and some decals. It looks like we have 2 different sets of decals for this. This set, which is like pretty generic. The text on here is not really text, it's just bars. So it's that kind of that kind of text. It has some Xeon-esque looking symbols on there. The decals, I gotta say, don't really look all that great, so we'll probably use some different decals for this and maybe try those out anyway. But the instructions though do look pretty nice. It's on a pretty heavy weighted glossy paper here. You can see it's not super detailed, so you are going to have to do a little bit of work to figure out where everything goes. But you can just see like we have just a few parts here for the head, just replacement parts for the hands. Just a few different parts here going together for the new kind of torso body part, and then just how some of these other parts go together. So you will have to do some pinning or gluing for some of these parts to put them together, and then they just kind of connect onto different areas onto the HGUC kit. Let's get a look at some of these parts. So they're all in just individual bags like this, where you have just a couple parts all separated together. For some really delicate parts here, like the V-fin, it's like extra nicely packed, so that's good. All that's protected, and it looks super sharp. Let's take a look at some of the finer detail parts here, like for example the hands. You can see look very nice. All the detail really crisp. I'm not seeing like any flash on there at all. Conversion kits will range in complexity depending on the kit. This being an Advanced of Zeta kit, there's quite a lot of parts going into it, but some conversion kits have much less parts, and especially much less smaller parts like this. It'll just be a handful of different armor parts that you'll swap on there. This one is definitely a little bit more involved, but wow, the detail on this, I gotta say, looks really fantastic, and looks like it's gonna take really minimal cleanup on there too. So just I've got a whole bunch of parts here. Finally getting down into the last bag, has some of the larger parts, some of those, and some small parts in there too. Let's take out one of these parts here to show you the detail on there. You can see it's looking really nice and crisp, and yeah, just like I said, just like no flash. Just gonna give this a little bit of light sanding and it should be good to go. Just chop off the little gate there. And yeah, very impressed. So I'm super excited, yeah, for sure, but like I said, I can't say that I'm surprised. I was expecting it to be good. Let's take a look at the second kit here. This one is a full kit. All right, this one once again is a Utopia cast kit, so it's another Advanced of Zeta kit here. This one, it is the hi-zack. This is a design that I've been really into for a long time. I really like this version of the hi-zack. Actually, the hi-zack, the original hi-zack itself, is not a design that I like at all, but I really like this version. So this one again is 1/44 scale, but it's a full kit this time, so not like a conversion for the HG hi-zack or anything like that. Yeah, that's the name of that. I always thought it was Vanguard for some reason. Then I actually looked at it while I was talking with Nick about this, and it's actually the Van Argand. So I guess I just can't read too. So once again, we have our parts list. Again, all the pictures in color and looks pretty clear. While this is a full kit, it's got right about the same amount of parts as the Gotland kits. While the Gotland kit had just a lot of small parts and everything like that, this one, yeah, it has just about as much. So here's our decals here once again, and this seems just like a pretty generic decal sheet. I'm pretty sure maybe I've seen this before in other kits. There is EFSF logos and Xeon logos, and then just a whole bunch of generic caution markings, so it's just kind of a use whatever you want. I don't think there's any specific like Advanced of Zeta or Titans Test Team markings or anything like that in here. So this one as well is just going to be basically the same, just you follow the guide and put things together as they're supposed to go, and then you'll be left with a nice kit. Looking at the instructions though, maybe I'm stupid because it looks like this is showing parts of the HGUC kit, as in this would be a conversion kit. But then if you also look here, it says it's a full kit, and as far as I know, this has always been a full kit as far as I've seen when I've looked at it online. But maybe it's not. Maybe I need to get the HGUC hi-zack kit. If I do, it's not a big deal. It's a pretty cheap HG kit, so we'll see here. It looks like maybe it does use a few parts from the HGUC kit because it looks like they are numbered. For example, these parts here are like A20 and A19. I'll go on Dalong and check if those are the parts for that kit, if those are actually from the HGUC kit. It looks like they are though, so I guess this is not a full kit. Either that or it could be that it was originally a conversion kit, but now they've recast those parts here in resin, so this actually is a full kit now. I know that has happened with other kits. I know Henry did a video on, I think it was the Virgo or Virgo 2 from Gun & Wing, and that was something that started off as a conversion kit for the old 1/44 scale, but then it was turned into a full resin kit by just adding a couple extra parts. And that looks like what that may be the case here, because I'm seeing these parts here for the arm, and the instructions, it looks like maybe those parts were originally just plastic parts, but maybe they've just gone ahead and recast those, included them to make a full kit. So I don't know, we'll see here. I'll try to figure that out. But just take a look at this awesome shoulder piece and look at that detail. Whoa! A couple of these panel lines on the top look a little bit shallow, but might have to go over those, rescribe them out a little bit. But otherwise, the detail looks very, very good. You can see there's where it's going to plug into another part there on the inside. Very cool. So again, here we've just got a whole mess of parts, and it looks like there's some parts for the feet. So yeah, maybe this is just recast. They just recast parts from the HG kit for use with this, so you don't actually need those. So that's good. That certainly looks to be the case. So I think that's nice that they went ahead and did that, so you don't have to actually use this as a conversion kit. You have all the parts you need here. So once again, we have a couple of our more delicate pieces here, these long thin ones, all on some extra packaging to keep them nice and secure. And then for these really thin parts here for some kind of wing parts and things like that. So yeah, wow, very, very nice quality. I gotta say, again, I'm not surprised by that, but it's just really exciting. Alright guys, so once again, just want to say a big thank you to Nick at Museigen Hobby. Guys, check the link down below, check out their store. If you're looking for some of these products and things like that, check that out. I'll be trying to work on some more resin stuff in the future for you guys to share that with you. I am working on a few other things, not Gundam kits though, they're figure kits. But I found through my experience of starting to get more into resin that it really opens up a whole new world for you. Like, you just think, oh, it's like this other thing that's over there, but like once you get into it and you see that, oh, it's not like as scary as it seems, then you kind of like really want to go in for it. So generally what people would recommend, and I would agree with, is that if you're wanting to get into resin, don't start off with a full kit of like something crazy. Start off with just a conversion kit where you can use a Bandai plastic model kit, and then you're basically just like swapping some of the armor parts for the new resin parts on there. That generally seems to be kind of the easiest thing for people to kind of get into that for beginners. So anyway guys, hopefully this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Leave any questions or comments down below. Hope you're all having a great day. See you next time. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.